Welcome to the 31st Jackie's Proof Animals Have Souls and Psychics show, produced through Passionate World Talk Radio, a subsidiary of Global Media Network. My website is jackiejoneshunt.com. I'm a psychical researcher, historian of spirituality, lecturer, decades-long vegetarian for compassionate reasons, and author of 3 books, Proof Animals Have Souls, 500 Plus Celebrities Go Vegetarian, and Moses and Jesus the Shamans. Now today I have Rachel Neate with me. She is the president of the Oldham Spiritualist Church near Manchester, UK. Rachel's a medium and president of the Oldham Spiritualist Church, as I say, and she gives one-to-one sittings and private sittings for healing as well, and demonstrates evidential mediumship. And her information will be in the blog. And as I was just starting the show, Rachel said she has got somebody with her from Spirit that she would like to bring into the show. So please, Rachel, welcome, and thank you very much for picking up a Spirit message for me.
Oh, you're welcome. Thank you for inviting me. Yes, so it's funny because as we were chatting, our lady has just joined me from the spirit world. Now, this lady, as she joins me, I'm assuming she's connected to either yourself or anyone else who's in the room with you.
Well, the only other person's my husband and our 5 dogs.
Right, okay. So this lady, as she joins me, she's quite a small-framed lady. I feel like she wasn't very tall in height either. She wasn't, she was a smaller lady. As I'm looking at her, she's got, I want to say, like the sort of like the kind of blown hair, but it's like short-ish, but
yes,
sort of shoulder length, I want to say, or maybe just to the ears. Would you understand a lady that fits this description first?
Well, my husband's saying it could be his grandmother, and I'm saying that could possibly be my grandmother. But if you could give further information, then we might be able to discern who it is. Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah, okay. Right, so as I'm connecting with her, she does mention a couple of names. So I'm getting the name Grace. I don't know if you can understand the name Grace anywhere.
Yes. I know my mum had a friend called Grace.
Perfect. And can you understand the name Ethel?
My husband can understand the name Ethel, and I think there was an Ethel in our family too.
Okay, so it might be that I'm with you, Jackie, but if your husband can just pay attention, because there may be a split message here, if there's a need for a split message.
Okay.
Now, the numbers that it was given me earlier was the number 14, and the 14 does establish a significance to yourself, which you are aware of. Would you understand this?
14th is the date of birth of 4 of our dogs who we've had since puppies. They were born on the 14th, yes.
Perfect, yes. So would you also understand somebody who's having some problem with the feet at the moment?
My husband's had a balance issue.
Okay. Is somebody having trouble with getting comfortable with shoes or
yes.
not being able to run with?
Because of the balance issue, the shoes weren't helpful. Yes, because he wasn't well. Okay. Yes.
Perfect. Because this lady's bringing this information forward, and she's telling me all about what's going on in your lives. Now, what she's also making me aware of, there's a need for you to get your important documents out, like birth certificates and passports and things like that. Can you understand this?
We've had that because we are anticipating a house move, and you need your ID for that.
Right. Can you also understand a link to Blackpool? So there's a link either with one of you to the Blackpool area.
Well, as a child, we did holidays there.
Okay. So there's memories there.
Yes.
Okay. Now, I do have a gentleman joining me now, and as this gentleman joins me, he is, I want to say, an average height man. Now, he would have been a little bit round in the middle, but as I'm looking at him, he would have been a bit short of hair on the top, but he would have still have had some hair that he would have combed back. Can you understand? And he would have always been very, very smartly presented. Would you understand this, gentleman?
I think you've picked up my granddad.
Okay. Now, he has a firm energy, but the firm energy that he has, it was also still had a love for his family. So he could have been firm sometimes, but it was all to bring the best for the family. Would you understand this?
Yes.
Okay. Because he tells me that he works very closely around you and your husband at this moment in time, because there's a need for that firmness to make sure things go in the right direction. And I feel he is talking about the house move as well.
Yes, I mentioned to you that we're anticipating a house move, so just to clarify that for listeners, yes.
Yes, that's correct. Because what he's showing me now, he's showing me an envelope, and in this envelope there's things that still need to be finalised, and he's also showing me the set of keys. So when the spirit showed me the set of keys, they showed me that for a reason, and that's because the house move is going to take place. Now, he's also talking about medication, and he's rattling the medication like somebody's taking too much medication, like the medication isn't working as well as it should be. Would you understand this?
Yes, I do.
Okay. Is that with yourself, Jackie?
I'm thinking it might be to do with my husband, who had a balance issue, and he was blaming the medication that he'd been given, that it was having a bad effect on him.
Okay.
And he definitely had a problem with his shoes, because if your balance is off, then you've got to be careful what shoes you're wearing.
Yeah, that's right, yeah.
And that was just yesterday, yes.
The medication, and he's rattling the medication, and he's saying that it's no good. So I don't know if you've got some appointments that are coming up soon, which is to have like an assessment on your husband's health check. Would you understand this?
Yes, he does have an appointment coming up, I think, in November. I've got a health check coming up next week, but if we're talking about my husband, then that's next week. But I think I have a health check next week. Yeah, so that's another thing.
If it's with both of you, it's fine.
Yes.
Because I'm just trying to demonstrate that they're around you at the moment for everything that's going on. And the pieces of information that they're bringing is just evidence, but they are giving you information that you need to address the medication. So you need to be quite firm with the doctors and whoever the medical people are that you're dealing with, that this isn't working and they have to look at other alternatives. Can you understand this?
Yes, it's something that we both need to think about, yes.
Yeah. Now, he is showing me some jelly, so who likes eating like sweet stuff like jelly, or who's got a sweet tooth?
Well, I've got a sweet tooth, but I think we both like jelly.
You see, he's showing me this just to show, and he's also talking about Christmas time, like you're trying to prepare in your mind for Christmas time. Would you understand this, what you find in a block? Because of obviously you're not in the right house at the moment, but he's showing me like there's some preparation, even if it's just a thought. You've been thinking about Christmas. Would you understand this?
Yes, and it's a special time, yes.
Perfect. Because he's showing me like you are thinking of buying things, but you're just on a hold at the moment, but there is thought there, like you're preparing, even if you're just writing things down, what you need to do and what you need to buy, you're doing this. Would you understand this? Yes,
because we're in a limbo state in temporary accommodation waiting for our new house.
Yes. So who likes the garden centres?
Oh, we do go to garden centres a lot, and there's a garden centre very near to the new house.
Ah, perfect, because you will be there a lot.
And we walk the dogs there, and we walk the dogs through the garden centre, and dogs are welcome in the cafe there as well as the shop. And I won't mention the name of the garden centre, but we do walk the dogs there, because it's a nice safe place where they're on the lead and you know that they're not going to get attacked and they're safe and sound, because there's been so many dog attacks.
Perfect. Yeah, it's perfect that they know this about you and your life. Because they're also mentioning this anniversary of a passing coming up. Would you understand this?
Yes. My dad passed, perhaps I shouldn't tell you, but my dad passed around the November and my mum passed in the December. So yes, there's anniversaries of passings coming up.
Okay, so they're aware that it's going to be a difficult time for you. So they're bringing a lot of love energy around you. Now, they are also mentioning that there's some military connections within the family. Would you understand this also?
Yes, and that might also connect with my husband's side too.
Perfect. Well, you and your husband are very much like soulmates. So whatever has took place in your life will be similar in his life, and you will understand this. Can you accept what I'm saying?
Yes.
So you've had similar kind of experiences before, and with your family environment and so on.
Yes, we've got a lot in common in to do with our upbringing and family and ups and downs I've had and he's had. I've had lots of parallels.
Yes. So when I read for you, I read for him.
I see. Thank you.
Generally, your loved ones in spirit are bringing you a lot of peace and tranquility now. Their energy that they bring around you is this, because they know that you need this now. So watch out over the next 2 weeks or so, where things will start taking a difference and are turning in the right direction for you. So this is what they bring you, okay?
Thank you.
Now, I'm just asking if there's anything that I can give you before I leave you. And they keep showing me Haribo sweets. I don't know if you can understand this.
No, not really. What sweets are they?
They're like little jelly sweets, so little jellified sweets. But they're showing me like a tub of sweets. So I don't know if you can't understand it being that it's in the physical. When sometimes spirit brings things like this, it talks about how much sweetness needs to be put back into your lives. So if you can understand it symbolically, you need a lot of sweetness back into your life.
Well, we've had a difficult time waiting on the new house to come through. And just to tell you that when I was a child, my grandmother told me of a hotel and it was derelict and the lifts were going up and down and the neighbours complained, so they cut the electric and cut the wires, but the lifts continued going up and down. So it was taken to be a haunted hotel that was then knocked down, and the story behind it was these lifeboat men, volunteers, went out from both Blackpool and Southport to help a boat in distress, but sadly their lifeboat capsized and the volunteer lifeboat men's bodies were brought back to a place in Southport, and the pub is called the Fisherman's Rest today. My feeling is when we move to the house, we'll probably have visits from these men who sacrificed their lives to help others.
Right, okay. It's quite an interesting to be continued moment then, isn't it?
Yes. So maybe you could come to the house and see if you could see them or hear them or give me any information on them, and then we can look in the annals to find out the names of these people.
That would be amazing. Yes, definitely. Thank you, Jackie.
So that would be interesting. Thank you.
You're welcome.
If you pick anything up, do you pick anything up on my aura, or have you got to actually physically be here to do that?
I will admit auras aren't my speciality. I can see auras, but everybody's aura changes
as you think. Yes.
Feeling. So if you could have a lovely purple aura one day, and the next it could be yellow.
Yeah.
So it always depends on what's happening in our lives. So so unless I'm stood in front of you, I wouldn't know. But I do feel the energy of people, and I feel that you have a very, very genuine, lovely energy. I feel that you've got a gift yourself of being a healer.
Yes, when I write my books, I do feel spirit work with me, and I've got lots of poetry from the souls of the animals that's come to me in the night, and it usually leaves me in tears because the animals just cannot understand how we could bring so much heartaches, pain, suffering, torture, slaughter, murder, genocide really to them. And they just, the cows, the calves, they just can't believe it and can't understand why. And I get all that in poetry from spirit, so maybe I will bring that into a future show.
Most definitely do, yes. And I've just been given a lily to give you. You can understand a lily?
Yes, I can.
Perfect, yes.
I bought some lilies for my dog who passed away, Sue, age 16. And it was the last gift I could give her, and I bought her some pink lilies because in the past my husband had bought me these lovely fragrant lilies, and it gave me the thought to buy Sue some fragrant lilies. when she passed. So yes, and also we did have a member of the family who was two actually, Lil and Aunt Lil. So there was two Lils in the family too.
Perfect. That's how spirit work. They will bring two messages, three messages if they can within one, and that's how they work. So that's lovely. That's perfect.
Thank you very much for this impromptu, evidential demonstration of mediumship. So thank you very much, Rachel, and I'm sure we will speak again in the future.
Thank you, Jackie. Thank you.